Hello YouTube, welcome to episode 16, Illusion. Today on the market, we had a great day. We made back what we've been losing for the past 2 days and then some. We went up 1,200 as you can see here, and I'm excited to see how Monday will bring me a bigger return than I expected. I believe, like I mentioned before in the last video, I was supposed to get about 7K to almost 8K total. And I really believe it's possible now, especially with how Palantir did towards the end of the day today. And I'm excited to see what happens Monday morning. Gonna be fun. Today was very eventful. Everyone had the deviled eggs finally. And as you can see here, I made all these. I actually made more than everyone could eat. So I had an extra tray and probably gonna give them to people that have asked me about some on Instagram. At the Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, potluck, I got those glasses. That's why I was wearing them. And I had a really great time. It was super fun. Nice to see everyone again. And hopefully I get invited next year. I probably won't bring deviled eggs though, because that was a mission to make. But I'm glad I learned how to make them. Something I'll put in my resume of things to do that I can do. I also did not go to the gym today because I am maxing out tomorrow morning. I'm going to see if I can bench 245, 250, and then probably squat 315. I'm going to try to push for both of those. Ideally, my squat is bigger than my bench press. That's the best situation. And we're going to keep on progressing and trying to become stronger in both those areas. I don't deadlift. I don't really see the point of that, as I don't really do anything to want to deadlift. And my lower back is pretty strong as is, and I lift with my legs, not with my lower back, so it doesn't really matter to me. There was also a photo booth at the Friendsgiving set up by my friend Kevin, and it was really nice. Took a picture with my cousins and my brother. I loved the picture. I put the picture next to my mom, so it's pretty nice little family photo area that I didn't have going before. Now I'm gonna accumulate pictures with everyone because it would be really nice to have those. Besides that, I weighed out my protein shake today for the first time because I bought a scale, pretty cheap on Amazon, simple scale, and I thought I was only getting maybe 32, maybe 35 grams of protein per shake, but I'm actually getting 50, which is amazing because I thought I was under my protein per pound, and now I believe I'm a lot higher. So that's a good thing for me in the sense of nutrition. And then finally, let's talk about illusion. So the reason I bring up illusion is because a lot of things can be fake in this world. You know, what people say, what you hear, what you see even nowadays with AI, and even people in itself, friends, family, sadly, some situations can be like that. And honestly, you shouldn't be entertained or gullible to this facade. You could even fall into your own illusion, really, thinking that you've accomplished something, saying you've done something when you actually haven't, like lying to yourself, as mentioned in other videos. And you could be living in a false reality, thinking that you're something more than you're not, such as being your own god or thinking you're better than everyone else when you're an average person. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but at the same time you have to check yourself every now and then because you shouldn't think so high and mighty. You got to be humble and you got to, be you as a person and know what you're really capable of. And then once you figure that out, then maybe you could push those boundaries. But saying you're more than what you are is kind of ridiculous. It's an illusion. And faking it till you make it isn't a real thing. Trust me. Like, you might as well be honest with yourself and pursue those things in a true manner versus telling people you did something like, hey, I made this much money or I didn't make that much money. So focus up and try to be honest with other things and people around you. Most people are living an illusion based on someone else's beliefs or someone else's perspective on them. Some believe that all feelings that we experience are success, failure, love, passions, possessions, everything would last forever, but it doesn't. We forget to live life for ourselves rather than for other people. So remember that you come first and stop having the illusion that someone is more important than you yourself. Rather than living through someone else's experiences or someone else's life, you have to live your own and achieve those things on your own versus saying like I was part of this when in reality you might have said one thing to help, but you didn't put in the hard work or anything as they did. People usually like illusions because they're like dreams. You could live a false reality thinking you're something more than you're not, like almost a fairy tale, if you will. And some people do this because reality is tough. It's hard to accept and it's hard to work through. The idea of an illusion is easy to imagine and fantasize and pretend that you're in some situation that you're not. And as a result, they stay in that illusion because it's makes them happy. It's easy. And as a result, when the illusion is over or when reality actually kicks in, they suffer. They become depressed, sad, and things start taking a toll on them harder than they expected because they were living in this grand scheme of what they had planned in their head or were living through their head. When you live in an illusion, you don't really have any desire, as you think you're living in a false reality where you can have everything, but when it comes time to get those things, you can't make it happen in reality. So it becomes unprogressive when you keep living in a life of illusion. Eventually, it's going to hurt you more than make you happy during that little time doing it. So thank you for tuning in for episode 16. Stop living your life in an illusion and go make your dreams into a reality. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 17.